Good evening and welcome back, everybody, to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am your caster, Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we got the members of Lionspeed, and on the right is going to be Wholesome Halfwits. I got to balance out that title a little bit right there. Zex, how you doing, bud? Hero Sharebot, thanks for coming by. And what a pal, how you doing? Where's my opponent? Yikes. Well, if you're wondering where your opponent is and you're wondering what maps we have, let's go ahead and jump over to those really quickly. The home team this evening is going to be Lionspeed, and they lost the coin flip. First pick priority was chosen by the members of Wholesome Halfwits. Towers of Doom and Sky Temple were banned out by them. Alterac Pass and Battlefield of Eternity were banned out by the members of Lionspeed. Tomb of Spider Queen was the first map chosen by Lionspeed, and that's where we're going to be heading for game number 1 in our first of 2 best of 3 series this evening. Thank you all so much for joining me. I just want to quickly fix that Lionspeed logo. It's a little bit on the larger side. Kind of balance that out with Wholesome Halfwits. There we go. That's a little bit prettier. But thank you all for being here. Thanks for cheering on some teams. Galaxy Quest, how you doing? Oh, Siege, greetings to you as well, my friend. Thank you all so much for coming by. And unfortunately, we were scheduled to have Team Happy Cloud go up against Team Training Wheels, but they literally... No, I mean, I'm Team Happy Cloud. Yeah, I know what you meant, what a pal. Team Happy Cloud is missing their opponent. Yeah, I got you. Don't you worry. Don't you fret. I remembered who you are. Absolutely. Same thing with Galaxy Quest. You all added me yesterday during the games. Yeah, but I was talking with Delta and we were just sitting in chat and he was just like, I was like, do you mind? Like, I feel very rude. He's like, no, like if there's a game that you can cast, like don't sit around. They got scared. The 6th seed was a little scared. Yeah. Geriatric, how you doing, friend? Thanks for coming by. All right, we have a Joanna and Winban on the left-hand side. We got a Stukov and a Garrosh on the right, and Anna will be the first pickup on the right-hand side. Very strong for the healing for the friendly team, as well as that Sleep Dart for some great setup. The Biotic Grenade is a great buff and debuff when it comes to a lot of these fights, so I'm enjoying that right now. Actually, the one thing that I was just having this trail-off thought as we were getting into this. I had the idea of what the places are for the previous teams we're going to cast, but I didn't know where these teams sit are. So we have Lionspeed. They are the 4th seed currently, and Wholesome Halfwits are the 5th seed. So this won't knock anybody out of the playoff potentially, but I think this might change a little bit of the seeding as we go further into this. We do have a Sylvanas and a Diablo going to be picked up on the left-hand side. I do like that siege potential coming out from them. Diablo's a great initiator between the rotations between lanes, and I think he's just, as he stacks up and he becomes a menacing force, it's just a rough go. Judy, how you doing, bud? Thanks for coming by. Streamer remembers me? Of course, what a pal. You're a pal. Did they kick Star Fox? Star Fox might not have been able to make it. A lot of these teams run like 6 to 8 players total, so they swap around. You get your partner decision yet? I haven't yet, Judy. I haven't checked my email in a couple hours, but Kelthos and Rena, we're gonna be picked up right there. Let's actually check it all together. All inboxes. No reply from Nintendo. That's about it. Hey, I found out from Discord they don't want to partner me today. That's right. It took them like 2 months, but they told me no. Yo, what a pal! Thank you for the Twitch Prime, September. Yay, September indeed. And hey, Star Fox, how you doing, bud? Thanks for coming by. I was just assuming that you just were taking the night off and you just have other players on, because that's what a lot of teams are doing. Oh, so you just have a separate name now, Star Fox. Okay, all right. Thank you. Oh, I now see it. I now see, like, it took me so long, but it's the Star Fox for life in the middle. Now I see it. All right, now we are so off of the range from the actual draft here. We do see the ban onto the Rhaegar, which is really strong in some of these divey compositions where you're going to be able to get that big blow up, and if you are diving in, you might get blown up. So having that kind of deny with the Ancestor Healing is huge. Granted, though, into a Biotic Grenade, that might be a little difficult, so they might have kind of banned out something they weren't really even considering, because now that we're looking at this unfold, and this is something that I probably should have hit on when I was paying attention to chat too much. What? Okay. Diablo and Tyrande pair really, really well together because of the fact that you have the Shadow Flare, the Lunar, oh my god. Lunar Flare, and then you have the Shadow Charge and the Overpower. All of those combo really get together. You get the Shadow Charge into a wall, that's a stun. You get the Overpower, that's a stun. You get the Lunar Flare follow-up, that's another stun. You're having someone sit still while Jaina is able to sit there and blow them up. Sylvanas is dumping in damage as well. We do see a Gazlowe being picked up right now. This Gazlowe boy. Hello? I'm so excited about this match right now. You have no idea. Like, chat. Can we get some Pog slides? I paid the $10 for the playoff memes. Wait, Star Fox, you don't, but you're free, your first name change is free, or did you already use one? Hey, oh, a Fishy, thanks for coming by. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm not keeping up with chat very well, but thank you for hanging out. Bandit, what's your analysis from that draft right there? Are you excited for the Gazlo game, my friend? Easy. Give him the clamps. How's it going, Delta? Thanks for coming by. I'm sorry again, like, I wish we could have got that game. I'm excited about this one. I don't want the teams to watch the VOD and be like, wait, he wasn't excited about our game? He wanted the other one? It's not the case. Pumped because we were in chat, we were ready to go, and team training wheels, I don't know, maybe they took the training wheels off too early and they couldn't find their way into chat. We got a game, so let's actually jump on into that. On the left-hand side, we got the members of Lionspeed. On the left, we have Glaucius going to be on the Tyrande. Bay State is going to be on that Diablo. We do have Big Wiz on the Blaze. Devo will be on the Jaina, and I don't know. We're just going to go with Star Fox. I don't know what the initial letters are right there, but I know it's Star Fox for life on the Sylvanas. On the right-hand side, we get the members of Wholesome Halfwits with Malavile on the Clampy Boy on this Gazlo. We're going to be having Dr. I think it's Dr. Jelly, they told me. When I clarified, I think it's Dr. Jelly on the ETC. Neutrons is going to be on the Rainer. We have Crooked Smile on the Kael'thas and Prickle Pants on that Ana. Ooh, this is the Sylvanas play right now, though. They're going to be coming into this bottom lane, trying to open this up a little bit faster for themselves. And you can see now they're catching the rotation coming into lane, so Diablo will use the Shadow Charge onto the ETC to push themselves away from the gate. That's a really smart play that they made, and it's a small one, but it makes a whole lot of difference. Instead of walking away and being slowed by any of the tower shots or anything like that, you're clearing a distance almost halfway into lane. Why is there a Gazlo on my screen? Yo, Zuni, what's up, bud? Thanks for coming by. The reason for the Gazlo is because Wholesome Halfwits want to win. Team Training Wheels tactically feeding the match. The thing is, like, Team Training Wheels, they're like 6th place in the standings. So if they take a loss from this, that could shake things up a little bit. Here, Shirbot, thank you for the link. I changed my name. Oh, they changed it from Star Fox to... I see. Okay. We do see this overpower onto Dr. Jelly, who's trying to make their way out. The healing from Ana's going to be good for now, and Star Fox tries to get the Banshees forward. Won't be able to find the kill just yet, but they're going to be working through some of those stacks at level 1 as well, and Neutron's going to get connected. Ooh. They're going to get the Lunar Flare thrown onto them, and they had some poison damage, but Ana with the healing will be just as good. Let's go ahead and jump into our bottom lane. We are going to be seeing the standard rotations between top and mid, and we'll do our best to make sure we don't lose on any of those kills, but this is something that we have to highlight. Like, we can't have a Gazlo game on Team the Spider Queen and be like, let's watch them rotate and pick up regen globes. No, we're going to watch them Hearth in bottom lane and watch Big Wiz just eat shots from these turrets. With the Hearth coming out, they might have not seen it. They actually did check the siege camp to make sure that Gazlo wasn't just sitting down there and going for that. Neutrons will rotate down here to make sure that the experience will continue to be soaked out in their favor. We also had the Sentinel coming out from that Tyrande right there just to double check onto that camp. I know I'm on the wrong vision, but I actually wanted to jump onto their vision as they were making rotations back into this bottom lane to see if they are going to try and make a play onto Big Wiz. They are playing pretty close to their gate, so it's going to be all is right in the world. Hey, Brett Michaels, how you doing, bud? Thanks for coming by. And again, thank you so much, Waterpal, for the Twitch subscription. If you yourself like the emotes that you see in chat and you have not subscribed, it's September. It's cheaper. Get yourself some fancy emotes. Oh, oh wow, this Gazlo just barely getting away from every single thing that's being thrown at them, and I can't wait to see as this progresses. Oh, and I lost power for a second. And there, oh, are we good? Okay, sorry. I think we're good. It didn't continue to beep, so we didn't lose power completely, it seems. I have a battery backup for this exact situation. But we are 5-5 in our level, 0-0 in our kills. Let's actually jump through some of the other numbers really quickly, get an idea of what those look like. Blaze with the jet propulsion right there. They're going to try and get this kill, and it's not going to be enough. The gravity lapse from Kael'thas might have been what actually stopped them from getting the final blow. I don't know if Sylvanas was able to get any of the abilities out that they were aiming to get the kill onto Gazlowe with, but that's going to be another hearth coming out from them. They rotate their Kael'thas down to this bottom lane. And speaking of Kael'thas, and we had a little bit of a discussion of questing talents, 11 stacks on the Mana Addict for them, 22 stacks for Star Fox with 22 stacks this early in the game. It's not like mind-blowing, but it definitely is something. It's notable. They're putting in the work on that, unfurling Shadows at level 1, but the chain bomb should be enough, and that will be first blood in favor for the members of the red team. Wholesome Halfwits with their Gazlowe going to be coming in here, getting the first kill. Granted, it was a Kael'thas. We do see the Gazlowe in the bottom lane, and we just wanted to highlight this top lane a little bit while we do get an idea of how they're going to be separating into this for the clear on the side of Lionspeed. Going back into bottom lane, let's actually jump onto the vision for this Gazlowe, get an idea of exactly what they're seeing and how they're going to be playing this lane. We can see that the friendly team are going to be clearing out top lane, but I was just looking at the minimap, I'm like, man, there's a lot of blue members missing, and it doesn't seem like they made that deduction quick enough, and that's going to be 15 gems being dropped right there. An easy thing to note is some of these kind of rounder mid-size ones, those are easily just noted as 5 gems, and then I think the ones that are like they almost look like the mastery taunt where they actually have like the horns kind of come out the sides, I believe those are 10, and I think it actually maxes out at 10 for gems that you can drop like in groupings. I don't think you can get like a 15 or a 20. Meanwhile though, this bottom lane did get pushed out quite a bit by Lionspeed, and we are going to have ETC rotate down here. Unfortunately, it's going to be a touch too late, as they will be losing their bottom lane fort on the side of Wholesome Halfwits. I love that right there, that base state just used the Fire Stomp in that rotation just to scout out this entire area. That also is going to be them. Do they have? No, I was wondering if they went into the Fire Stomp build. I was like, maybe they were just trying to find some last little bit of stacks for their Black Soulstone. No, that's not right. Yeah, Black Soulstone. I thought they were just trying to get it right there, but it was just a really good tool to use your ability as the main tank to, 1, anchor in this rotation, and 2, be able to use your Fire Stomp to get vision for the team as you're rotating and saying like, all right, we know that they're not trying to like round back into mid lane and try and take a fight into the top and mid or anything like that. They're just going to be backing off, and we have that clear vision, and it's a cooldown, but at least it's a cooldown on your main tank. Crooked Smile, I was wondering if they were going to get hit in the face with a jet propulsion, but Crooked Smile is going to be able to walk out of that just fine. We do have the gem turn availability now that they did pick up a few more. Gazlowe lost a couple right there, but they got 50 in the bank. The Lions, oh wait, hold on, Lionspeed going to be trying to take a fight right now, and Star Fox is oh, I see right now it says Lionspeed Star Fox for life. I just pieced it together as I was saying it. That is going to be ETC being taken out. Nice Lunar Flare going to be coming out from Glaucius as well. Jet Propulsion just a touch shy right there, but we do get the Shadow Charge into 1. They do get a Sleep Dart as well to turn this around. That is going to be a Gravity Lapse, and Crooked Smile makes that out just fine. And here's the thing to note, they're not too far off from turning in gems. They need about, I think, They need 1 wave from each lane, I think. I don't think they're too far off. I'm doing caster math right now, so it's probably going to be wrong. There was a highlight last night from, I was looking at my clips, and someone clipped it, and I was just like, oh yeah, they're pretty close. And then the Web Weaver phase ended, and they were like 5 or 6 gems off, and I was like, I don't know if they were clipping it for that or for what. Whereas, oh, sorry, I was reading something from earlier in chat. All is right in the world. Is it because that there's a Gazlowe? I feel like that's why. How do you lose with the power of clamps on your side? I don't know how you lose with the power of clamps on your side. This will be red web weavers coming down in favor for Wholesome Halfwits. That is going to be 10 talent here as well for the members of Lionspeed, and they're looking for Crooked Smile here. They use the arcane barrier, or no, there's no way. Oh no, they did finish it. Wow. I looked over at Jaina and I was like, no, I'm wrong on this. That's not the right hero. And then I was surprised to see Kael'thas already finishing that out. That's very, very quick for a Kael'thas to be finishing out the arcane barrier and to be able to proc that immediately and almost save their own life right there. But they pick up 10s, and Kael'thas actually going to be going for the very aggressive with the Pyroblast. Yes, okay. I always doubt, I don't know why, but I doubt that one. Gravel Bomb from, oh. I mean, Wholesome Halfwits are giving us the game that we all want. Like, if they go Cho'Gall in the next game, I don't care win or lose. They're the best team in division. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's how you get to Bahamut's heart, is you just play Cho'Gall and it doesn't matter if you win or lose. That's a very good Gravo Bomb. Unfortunately, they're not going to be able to find a kill. That is also going to be Jaina finishing out that Fingers of Frost at level 1, so she will be having the damage increase from that, as well as she has a little bit more mana regeneration from each of those regeneration globes. Though Pyroblast comes out on Sylvanas. I don't know if there's anything they can do. They get the healing in time from Glacius, and the turret right there was actually winning a little bit of damage, and it looks like that's going to be Jaina going down. Diablo going to be going out as well. That's all the souls being lost, and look how many gems are going to be on the ground right there. That's so much being dropped and lost on the side of Lionspeed. And once again, we're getting into that later half of the game, or I guess mid to late game. Let's actually, come on. We have buttons for this. You can do it. I believe in you. There we go. We'll go ahead and cycle through these numbers and these stats. Hyperion going to be coming out from the Rainers. They're going to try and open up this top lane a little bit further. And the reason being is this is the boss lane. You typically see a lot of teams trying to prioritize this in the sense that you want to get the web weavers with the boss as well, and you're able to push up and get so much consistent power into said lane. It is going to be 12.5 to 12 in our level, so no 13s just yet, and they're going to be trying to force this top lane. They do have turn availability on the side of Lionspeed. Can they stop this from Wholesome Halfwits? That's a shadow charge for the initiation right there. Oh, that's going to be a nice Gravo Bomb pulling a couple members in. That's going to be Devo so very low. The Chain Bomb will be enough to get the kill. Malevil Gazlo goes down. I read the name and I was like, I feel like I have this wrong. And that's also going to be Bunker out. So 1-for-1 trade so far. 13 talent tier right around the corner. They're not too far off themselves on the side of Wholesome Halfwits. They didn't get enough gems off them to deny any sort of turn in here. They forced them back a little bit. I think they're going to wait for their Jaina to pop back up before they try and take any other initiation into this. I'm just also checking on questing talent. 67 stacks on the Sylvanas for the Unfurling Shadows. I really like that as a start. Ghost Bear, hey! How did we get here? The teams flipped some coins, they made some map bans, and they decided to take us to Tomb of the Spider Queen. Thanks for coming by, bud. Hey, Linehouse, how you doing, friend? Go meme team. It's hard to root against the team that has the Gazlo. It really is hard to root against that. I'm not gonna lie. Thanks for coming by, bud. Ghost Bear, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Thank you, my friend. Alrighty, 13 to 13. We have Web Weavers descending in favor for Lionspeed. Crooked Smile and friends have quite a few gems. They're actually sitting on, I think they're sitting on a turn-in, so they don't want to be losing anyone in this initiation or this push, so that will be the Hyperion coming out. ETC with the power slide. They do have the mosh, but they're looking for, it looks like they're looking for a mosh. There's going to be the one-man mosh onto ETC. The private dance says they will trade out the Diablo for the ETC. Starfall ends right there. Meanwhile, the Web Weaver in mid lane will be just now ending. Top lane is going to be sitting around half health, and bottom lane is going to be the same kind of spot. They'll send Raynor down here. The auto attack damage should be enough for them to clear it, and they might lose a little bit of their front gate. Blaze just shy of a couple of these jet propulsions this game, and it's such a rough moment to be in. Like, I was gonna say feels bad, but it's not so much feels bad as it's just like yeah, you're right there, and you're just like, I'm so close. Please, jet propulsion, why you do this? Maybe they're isn't it the 16 talent tier upgrade for jet propulsion? Doesn't that increase the distance as well as it leaves the oil slick behind? Or am I combining talents here? I think it's distance and also drops the oil slick behind you. We'll find out. I think that's a pretty popular pickup. Skimming through some of these just questing talents. Kel'Thas sitting at 30 regeneration globes for the Mana Addict. For the Mana Addict. We do have 406 in Rising on this this Clockwork Steam Fist. They know that they're on this boss, but they're not going to be able to get there in time, and they will be having that pushed up through the lane. Now, there's 76 gems and some on the side of Wholesome Halfwits. Can they get this turn-in? Or do they go for the defense and then go for the turn-in while there isn't a boss pushing up top lane? It's definitely an option. Let's actually get the vision for the red team, as they are going to be making this defense, and see what they're seeing. They do have a camp pushing out through mid lane. Seems like I'm counting 4 people right now. Yeah. So they don't know where one is, I don't think, and that's going to be, nope, I missed it, I can't count it all. That's going to be just everyone battling up here. Nice Gravo Bomb pushing pulling a couple members together. Sylvanas does go down, but ETC is going to be traded out. That will be the Apocalypse out from the Diablo as well, and they had the Sleep Dart thrown onto them. They're going to lose this front gate. Gazlo taking so much damage, needs to get out of there. The healing from Freckled is going to be enough. They throw out the Biotic Grenade as Big Wiz just jet propulsed past right there. And the boss goes down. and they don't push any further. I was waiting to see. I was like kind of waiting with bated breath. I'm like, you're here. You got a talent to your advantage. Granted, you don't have your Sylvanas, which can lock down the tower, and that's often what you would want to be pushing with. Blaze, what are you taking at 16? Can you take the talent so I can know and find out if I was right or wrong? Blaze, why you do this? It will be, though, 16 talent here, not too far off for the members of Wholesome Halfwits. But they're losing quite a bit here. I mean, the structures are weakened. They're opened up against Lionspeed, but they still, I gotta say, Lionspeed is putting on the pressure. Crooked Smile, I don't know if they have the Arcane Barrier up and available. They're gonna get a lot of good healing out from the Ana. Overpower is gonna be coming out from Base State. They're gonna be pushing members into this, trying to get all of that, the resets onto the Fire Stomp, and that's gonna be a mosh pit in the back line. Devo taking so much damage is able to get out. Gazlo with the laser charge, trying to get the last hit onto Devo. They end up going down to the Kael'thas Chain Bomb, and now Crooked Smile is going to be stepping further forward onto Star Fox. The Lunar Flare will slow them down, and they end up turning around and saying, you know what, we got a couple kills, let's not chaseless, let's go for a turn-in, let's get some pressure in our favor. Now top lane, it's a late game red web weaver here, and it's going to be pretty powerful. We're 14 minutes in the game, so it's going to descend here, but I'm just worried about what kind of value it brings to the table. Actually, Gazlo going to be in top lane, and they're going to be showing, let's actually go to the defending side of this, so they can see Gazlo on the minimap right now. They know that they're pushing without their Gazlo. And that's a bit like, that's kind of a big thing to note, because they know that they're split. Everyone is just about to be back up, so if they want to try and go for an initiation, whether it be 4v5, they might have that advantage, knowing that Gazlo is going to have to make a long rotation. Looks like they want to just push back these lanes, as Gazlo wants to push them further forward. And bottom lane got pushed up. Oh, this wraparound. Can Sylvanas make it? Like, Dr. Jelly is looking for the power slide, but they're not going to be able to find it. Mid lane was already pushed out. They're going to retreat back into bottom. That is going to be the Sentinel connecting onto the Rainer right there, so they're not going to be able to be any sort of sneaky about... They're not going to be sneaky about this at all, and Devo will use the Ice Block to just mitigate any sort of major damage coming in. But speaking of major damage coming in, we've got a Web Weaver still in top lane, so they'll pop the Hyperion and try and siege it through bottom lane, trying to open this up a little bit further and delay the enemy team from getting to top lane. This Web Weaver, while being very low, not very low, but being a little bit low in health, is going to be still pushing up, as we do miss the Gazlo kill right there. That is going to be Jaina jumping into the bunker in time. That's a huge jet propulsion coming out from the Blaze. Apocalypse was used as well. Dr. Jelly, so very low, gets picked off. That's going to be the overpower into Crooked Smile. Don't think you have an Arcane Barrier to save you from that one. Neutron's going to get hit with the Sentinel. That's going to be the jet propulsion. The Chain CC thrown onto Neutrons right there is way too much, as they try and put the pepper in, and they'll be going down. A 5 for none, as Lionspeed, Star Fox for life, is able to just sneak in there and get that last pick off. Top lane, as I said, is very, very stacked up. I don't know if this will end it. I mean, not end it, but excuse me, but take down the keep. I started reading Twitch chat instead, and I started looking over Discord and making sure that I wasn't missing messages. Whew. Alrighty, top lane keep is going to be going down, and we're going to see if they're going to be able to push in any further on the side of Wholesome Halfwits. And that's kind of the outlier at this point for me, is this top lane condition, because if they can even that out, that'll be pretty big for them. They've gotten a couple kills here and there on the side of Wholesome Halfwits. You know, it's 8-13 when it comes to kills, so they definitely put up a fight, but this late game has been looking very dominant, very strong for the members of Lionspeed. Now, we will have 20s here, so we're just going to hold off on showing stats. Look at, I keep on reading Lionspeed, but look at Star Fox. He's going to be trying to wrap around right there. That's going to be the Chain Bomb, making sure they don't spread it around. Also going to be getting a Starfall and the... I'm a little confused by the Wailing Arrow. I wonder if it was just to make sure they don't initiate, or they felt like their positioning was a little off. I don't know how... I'm just not sure. We actually have Blink for Sylvanas. The mobility from Sylvanas in this game with the Windrunner, as well as that Blink, she's able to, well, just chase people. For example, that Kael'thas in the last fight, it was almost, or not the Kael'thas, I think it was the Gazlo, was almost out of there. They were making the retreat through bottom lane, and then Sylvanas just out of nowhere. Oof indeed, Siege. Oof indeed. We do see that. Ooh, do they go for boss? Let's actually jump over to the vision for Dr. Jelly right now, and so they know that they're in top lane. They can see Diablo in mid. And I think what they're going for is they're going to try and get the boss turn-in potential, and they have that. They've got 44 gems they can turn in. They're not going to tag the boss, which means they're going straight. Yeah, they're just going straight for the turn-in. But look at the top lane, look at the bottom lane on the minimap. Those are very, very far pushed out lanes. I want to go ahead and highlight the vision right now. Whoa, actually, hold on. We'll actually pull away talents really quickly and get an idea of what this fight's going to be looking like as the Web Weavers will descend. Grab a bomb comes out. That is going to be a nice ice block out from Devo, but was that enough for them to set up and get further damage in? Jimmy putting in the pepper and will be able to get the kill onto Jaina as the the blue Web Weavers will descend. Red team going to be making the defense right here. And as I said, these Web Weavers are going to be descending fairly far down the lane. Just need Mega Gravo Bomb and the game is free. Easiest wombo ever. Yo, Chaotic Bud, how you doing? Thanks for coming by. Did you make sure that you submitted your Gravo's like 5 screens, I think? Did you remember to submit your games to TESPA? I saw some message in their Discord today about teams submitting games, and I was like, I hope Chaotic submitted their games so we can hopefully pick it up. That's gonna be the Pyro Blast. Is that the one with, is that the cooldown reduction as well? They got the cooldown reduction at 20. It just increases the, like, okay, this is a meme. This whole game is a meme. Miniature Black Hole was picked up. Yo, it's that Miss Windup Bird in chat. How you doing? Have you ordered takeout so that way when I cover when that takeout shows up, one of these games will just apparently end? Because that is, I think, the motif. Every time you come into the stream, you're just like, all right, I just ordered delicious pizza. I gotta go get, oh, the game's over. What? They are gonna be going for this boss called themselves. I think they did have the Sentinel that came out through the bottom lane, so they do know this. Plus, also, Kael'thas is gonna be sitting over here, and you can see that they have to know that they're on boss. They don't have enough for a turn in here on the side of the red team. So they're gonna leave the, I think, ooh, are they just gonna pick up boss and then split push another lane? No, they're going to be coming up into top lane. I think they might have been trying to not show the mini wave. Saw them regardless. Let's see if they're able to, I guess let's see if they're able to end it here. Like, that's a weird sentence. We also have Nano Infusion for Freckle Pants, so that's also going to be healing from damage done from abilities, I believe, and I don't know if there's another cooldown or anything on top of that, but we'll see if that's going to be the case as they've stepped forward onto the core right now on the side of Wholesome Halfwits. Wailing Arrow coming out from Star Fox. It's going to be a few members a little bit low. Hyperion coming out from the Rainer. Huge jet propulsion from the Blaze as well. Going to be getting a nice stun onto a couple, and that's going to be the Miniature Black Hole pulling a couple members in right there. That's going to be Glaucius getting chased by the Pyroblast. It does get the kill onto them. That thing has got to have scaled so insanely at this point, and that's going to be Jaina going down. They wipe the enemy. I just have to look at this. It does one that deals... Jeez, that's so much damage. Game number 1 going over to Wholesome Halfwits. The Clamps win. GG, well played. I haven't ordered any takeout. Too many groceries that I need to get used up. I can leave, though, and make coffee. ... We're scheduled for 3 p.m. PDT Saturday, I think. Okay. Yo, Velk, how's it going? Angus, how you doing, bud? Thanks for coming by, everybody. Zul Rules, how you doing, friend? They gave him the clamps. I gotta say this, though, like, Kael'thas put in work that game. Ana just saves the Nano for Pyro. That makes sense, Kage. I was wondering, why on earth is this doing so much damage? And it can't be just from the raw damage itself. They're just speed running this tonight. That's the wrong one. So Team 2 got that. Sorry, I'm trying to do like mental math. When teams don't tell me these things, I'm just like, wait, They lost. Yeah, okay, all right, interesting. Ref me and ready. All right, let me update my stuff in the background really quickly, and then we can get going into game number 2. I already told them that I'm ready to go. They're gonna get some hats sorted here, and thank you all so much for hanging out. Kage, once again, thanks for coming by, bud. You didn't get the clamps, though? The Wrecking Crew was successful. Seriously, Kael'thas was so impactful in that game. Wait, let me give him a spooky worm before we go into game. Oh, I can tech fast. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Game number 2.
Cursed Hollow.
Alrighty, everybody. I pushed the wrong button. There we go. We are in the right scene. I need to reorganize my stream deck. I'm just pushing everything in the wrong spot. But welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series, everybody. On the left-hand side, we got the members of Lionspeed, and on the right, we've got Wholesome Halfwits, up 1 game in our best of 3 series. And if you're sitting at home and you're Ghost Bear, or you're Miss Windup-Bird, or you're anyone who's very interested in howing no we got here, let me go ahead and update you on that information. The home team this evening is going to be the members of Lionspeed. They lost the coin flip. The members of Wholesome Halfwits opted for first pick priority in game number 1. Towers of Doom and Sky Temple were banned out by them. Alterac Pass and Battlefield of Eternity were banned out by Lionspeed. Lionspeed chose Tomb of the Spider Queen as our first map and lost that. They opted for for map pick priority in game number 2, and they're going to be taking us to Cursed Hollow. Let's see if they're going to be able to bring it back in game number 2 as we jump back into our draft. Mission failed. We'll get them next time. Oh, what did I miss? Oh, Kael'thas was on fire that game. Okay, thank you. It's not so much you failed as I read something and went, yes, that's a sentence, and then just kept going. Bahamut is taking his Yoda juice tonight. Yeah. I don't know if this is true or not, but my Spanish teacher told me that all the lines for Yoda were written in German and then transferred like 1-to-1 over from German to English, and that's why they sound the way they sound. That's what I was told. Yo, Kitty Cat, how you doing? Thanks for coming by. I like how we know we got here. Good. I'm glad. I believe, weren't you doing I thought I saw you streaming earlier today, and I'm blanking out on the name now, and I feel very embarrassed for saying it. Oh God. And it wasn't like, I feel like it was like Super Mario or something, but it's not right. Either way, let's actually continue into our draft right now, as we do see Stukov and ETC going to be on the left-hand side. We have an Abathur, Joanna ban out on the left. We do see a Diablo and a Garrosh. Looks like Sylvanas and myself will be making it into this game so far. Blaze will be that next pickup, and we're going to hold off because Wholesome Halfwits, like, I don't know where they sit with a Blaze, but this could be a main tank or a solo lane. Sorry, I just realized that we had a roster swap. Interesting. Our Blaze player is a new name. You were okay. I was just like, I feel like I feel so rude by that. Also, Hazer Hots, thank you for the follow, and also Ghost Bear, thank you for the 100 bits during that game. I apologize for not resending that faster, but thank you for the support, my friend. I very much appreciate that. Anubrak was banned on the left-hand side. On the right, we have the Stukov ETC. They're going to be needing. They could go for like a Dahaka to answer the global, so they could ban out that. Dahaka is extremely strong on this map. I would consider that. Unless they're just worried about a blind or something into the auto attack damage they have. I'm not sure. Huh. I guess that makes sense. Like, well, I don't know how I feel about the Kael'thas ban. I'm not gonna lie. Something like a Li Ming or a Jaina, I think, is a little bit more impactful here. Li Ming with the reset value on her abilities is huge, and her poke value on Cursed Hollow is really, really hard to deal with. And then Jaina pairs well with a lot of those other teams. Mecha Tai is banned, heads up. Okay, just want to make sure that we got that. We just cover these things ahead of time so we don't have to deal with them. Mechaterial is offline! Alright, Anna and Arthas will be picked up on here on the right-hand side from Wholesome Halfwits. So no memes coming out this game unless we get Syndragosa. Could get Syndragosa, that's definitely a possibility. Cheese Frog, how you doing, friend? Thanks for coming by. What is up with this meme about neutrons? What is you're the third person to make the same joke, and it makes me a little nervous. Last pick though coming out. We got a Kael'thuzad? We're getting a Kael'thuzad in this game. Yes. I love a good Kael'thuzad game. Mechanically skilled players on a Kael'thuzad is so much fun for me to watch because I'm horrible at it. I'm a god-awful mage, and I can play some heroes okay. Nightbot, please stop spamming, please. But Kael'thuzad, like a great Kael'thuzad player, anyone who's able to hit a combo is is something that I really, really love to watch. And I'm super, super excited for this game number 2 on Cursed Hollow. I hope that this takes us to game 3, because if Wholesome Halfwits pulled out a Gazlowe in game 1, that just shows like they're comfortable where they're sitting. 2 chains. That's a good one, Zex. Thank you. Spicy indeed, Chaotic Order. I will say this though, Chaotic Order. Like whenever I think of like some of the mages, I always go back to Tespa Collegiate series and your Orphea play on Infernal Shrines. Like that sticks in my mind from Spring Tespa Collegiate series. Like your Orphea play on Infernal Shrines consistently was just terrifying. Like there were Crushing Jaws plays where you're just bodying people within the shrines, and it was so entertaining to watch. I'm so excited about this weekend for Tespa Collegiate series. I'm glad to be getting more Here's the Storm, but we got games. Let's get into this. On the left-hand side, we got the members of Lionspeed down 1 in our best of 3, trying to take us to game number 3. We got Big Wiz on the ETC. Bay State's going to be on the Tyrael. Glaucius will be on that Stukov. Lionspeed for Life is going to be on the Kael'thuzad, and Devo will be on the Greymane. Look at that good boy riding a motorcycle. That's great synergy. Hold on, can we highlight that for a second? Turn a little bit, Devo. That's great synergy. All right. On the right-hand side, we got the members of Wholesome Halfwits up 1 game in our best of 3 series, trying to close it out in a 2-0 domination. G Money Drum's going to be on the Blaze. We're going to be having Freckle Plants on the Ana. Dr. Jelly's going to be on the Arthas. Crooked Smile on the Falstad, and Neutron's going to be on the Sylvanas. Let's go ahead and get on into this and check out our level 1 talents and see who's questioned and who's just going to be dealing some damage. Sorry, it's just that I heard Falstad going for the flight, and it might have been what I do on Falstad a lot, which is just hit Z to be like, I gotta mount up and rotate lane. Wait, no, I'm Bird Boy. I'm just gonna fly everywhere. Kael'thuzad, are you gonna be picking up a couple stacks right there as Devo dives in, trying to get some value from the initial setup right there. That might have been a bit of a too much they could have asked for, and Greymane bit off enough that they could chew. Not going to be going down right there. Going to be Hearthing right away as Lionspeed is going to get hit by the AoE stun from G Money Drums. Look at how low so many of the members are. Nice use of the Pushta being spread to Devo right beforehand. The health bars aren't the biggest, like they're not huge right now, but just having that small amount of extra healing before you go back in that Hearth, it just gets you out of it faster. And that was actually like a tactic some teams would do, where like they would go back and Hearth within their own Hearth, because then you get that buff as well. I don't know. I think that was patched out. If I'm not mistaken, that's gone. Baja, please stop feeding Chaotic's ego. You have to deal with him. You don't have to deal with him when you get home. Siege kicking you off the team unless you can team. Thank you for understanding. No, it's just one of those things that like there's a lot of plays that players have made in the past that will always like stick out in my mind. Like there's stuff that Stark and the Ghillie Sharks have done, and I specifically say Stark because when he was playing Samuro, and then their entire team just sacrificing themselves and just dying and just delaying out a fight while Samuro rushes core and ends game. Like stuff like that will like. I've been doing this for like 2+ years, and like there's so many great memories from so many good games. And thank you all for watching, and thanks for supporting the stream. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully we can get into that partner, and we can bring you even more and even greater games and streams. Because like I feel like if we have partner, I'll feel more comfortable trying to run a tournament. Because right now all I care about is just trying to cast games. But I'd love to run a tournament and do like something memey with like Cat Peach or something like that. I feel like that'd be a fun kind of Saturday afternoon thing, maybe in the middle of the winter when it's dead. And we are going to be having Kael'thuzad going down. They are sitting at 8 stacks on that mastery of Master of the Cold Dark. Yeah. Devo, though, so very low. Dr. Jelly, one more tower shot. Oh man, Freckle Pants with the healing at the last second. I do want to jump into bottom lane really quickly, look at Crooked Smile and Bay State. This is our solo lane matchup. We haven't got to highlight this whatsoever. We also do see that the Falstad is going into the Wingman. They haven't used any stacks just yet, only sitting at 20 stacks, but the big thing to know is that Lightning Rod percentage base damage. Once that really starts to build up, I'm expecting them to be an even greater force within this game. Same kind of situation for Kael'thuzad. As they scale, they're really going to be a devastating force for their friendly team. But they've got quite a few more stacks to go through. Kael'thuzad needs another 7 before... Oh, that's such a rough moment where you're not able to get the lurking armor in the right spot. And Neutrons is going to be, oh my god, the Banshee's out with 100 and some health. Freckle Pants was going for the channel, but then they decided, well, I should probably help my friendly team and maybe heal them a little bit. Falstad does fly in right now as Big Wiz comes onto the right-hand side, power slide through one. They do back off, and now you can see Neutrons and friends, they're calling to go ahead and channel while we zone, so that way, and this is something, do this in your own games. You know, G Money Drums is eating the damage, but they are going to be able to pick up the objective. Can they actually trade this out? That's going to be a 1-for-1 trade so far during this engagement. Devo does need to back off, and that's where it sits. 1-for-1 trade, and we do see still, in a sense, there. Oh, I was going to say, like, how are they still ahead in experience? I looked down in bottom lane. We still have Tyrael pushing up this lane, but we got 7 talent tiers, and we'll take a look at those as they do unfold for both teams. I want to look at some of the other numbers. Apparently, my switches do not want to behave tonight. That wasn't Gilly Shark, though. That was one of the Betty White Otakus. I mean, they did that as well, but that's Gilly Sharks have been around forever. This Kiltazad is pretty good with the quick combos, yeah. Oh. I love those moments when you pass someone, you're just like, hey, how's it going? What are you up to? Okay, bye. Alright, let's check out our bottom lane as well. G Money Drums versus Big Wiz. I don't expect either one of them to like kill the other. Falstad, I don't think will have flight up in time. I was gonna say G Money Drums might not be going down, but I didn't factor in the fact that Greymane could rotate down here. Bay State sitting in the bush over here as well, waiting for them to step up a little bit. No, they'll play it safe. I think they have to give this over. Like, Falstad doesn't have flight. I'm 90% sure of it. It's a 75-second cooldown right now, and they flew into the last objective, and I believe once that's channeled, it takes 30 seconds until it's announced again. So it's like a 1-minute cycle after it gets channeled, and that fight didn't take long after Falstad flew up. So he should be having it for the next one, but the next one is gonna be bottom right. Yeah, I was trying to do the mental math because there used to be a way you could predict it before they actually just told you exactly where it was in the minimap. But I actually do like that feature. At least on the casting side, it makes things a lot nicer, and I can also see how posturing is going to be unfolding. And it also does kind of give a key for the teams. It's like, hey, battle's about to start. Make sure you're hearthing and stuff and getting ready for the objective. We do see that the mid lane is going to be having the Bruiser Camp picked up. Are they going for boss? Are they giving over second for boss? Huh. That's an interesting call. Unless they burn it down faster than the objective spawns. Okay. All right. Interesting choice. This is also going to be 10 talent tier for... Ooh, ETC did pick up the stage dive to kind of answer the Falstad. We do have that Glacial Spike picked up for Lionspeed Star Fox for life. They are also going to be sitting at 17 out of the 30 Master of the Cold Dark stacks. I can't say it tonight for some reason, but 10 talent tiers on the right-hand side as well. No Cinder Ghost of this game. Do we get combustion? No, okay, I was about to say, like, I saw the Nano Boost, I was like, do we get a combustion? Are those two actually going to be able to, can you combo those together? Neutron's going to go for the initial channel. Bay State has one interrupt with the Eldruins. Might they can channel it once again or proc it again so they can get the second interrupt, but that is going to be over now. Bay State taking a lot of damage. ETC with a stage dive in the back line. Going to connect under 1 or 2, but they get the sleep dart thrown into them. That is going to be the Shadow Fissure from the Kiltazad. They're stepping further forward onto Big Wiz, who's going to get the power slide through. They're continuing to get so much damage out from this Kiltazad and also continuing those stacks, but a huge barrel roll as well as the gust from the Falstad, but they might have put themselves in a bit of a rough spot as Devo is going to be chasing further into this, but now Devo is going to be in the rough spot as they end up going down, and they also trade out the Arthas. Meanwhile, Neutrons is going to try and go for the channel, but unfortunately, they're not going to be able to do it quick enough. Sanctification was used right there. I'm not too sure about that, as Neutrons needs to make their way out, and this is a fight that's being split across the map. Bay State will be going down. Oh, and Neutrons makes the distance, but they don't get any of the damage thrown onto them. Meanwhile, Crooked Smile is trying to defend against this G Money Drums with the jet propulsion forward. Neutrons needs to play this safe and really, oh, that's so risky. The Banshees forward as well. Big Wiz will be the target. They get the pick onto the ETC. Glaucius will be the next one they're gonna chase. Neutrons might have another Banshees forward. Will they use them? No. Meanwhile, during all that, there is a boss pushing up top lane. This is the value it got. And I missed the Kiltazad kill and the... Of course, I was like, let's highlight, like, nothing else is gonna happen on the map. Let's go highlight what's happening. Yo, Jinxie Cat, thank you so much for the host. I really appreciate that. I hope your Underlords games went well. I caught a little bit of it before I went live. I hope you got to rank up. Also, I was looking, OBS does this weird thing where it actually defaults your camera to the wrong settings. So I would double check on your camera settings within OBS. If you go into the properties or you double click on your camera within the sources, and then you open up that page, there's a section where it says default, and if you do a drop down, you can actually do whatever the camera settings are. Like mine, for example, is set to 1080p, and then the frame rate is set to 60 FPS. So double check on that, because I saw your camera was looking like you were fiddling around with it for a little bit while you were chatting with Kaleo. But anyways, whole rant aside, let's go ahead and... Oh, hold on. Power slide from the ETC trying to step forward and force him back. This is curse potential for the members of Wholesome Halfwits, Devo, going for the channel right there. Looks like they're going to be able to zone them back enough right now, and they're just saying, you know what, it's over. We don't want to give this over, or we don't want to give over a free kill. I love this so much. Kel'Thuzad will be going down, unfortunately. Sorry, it's the Shadow Fissure that I love so much. I had to burp the moment that fight happened. But the Shadow Fissure change is what I love. It now has... So the old 20 talent tier upgrade was exactly what the last sentence is right now. I don't know if it actually had any sort of other... Oh, that is such a good gust from Crooked Smile. Bay State gonna be in a bit of a spot right now. Who needs to back out and cycle around. Big Wiz will be stepping further forward as the main tank. They'll trade out that damage, and you can see that was a really great job of the two tanks to make sure they're kind of cycling in and out of the fight. And the Shadow Fissure right there. It's such a low cooldown. They actually got the hit from that as well. They're constantly... Okay, they didn't get that one. Oh, and there was another beep. Oh, wait, please no lost power. I think we're good. Whew. I think it's like, we were supposed to have a thunderstorm today in the area. It wasn't like anything big, but I think it did bring some high winds to the area, so that might be messing with the... Or there's a bear on the power line and just is just messing with the power cables, who knows. It got buffed though? Oh, it did, okay. Slavic, thank you so much for the 6 months of support. Thank you for the subscription. I very much appreciate that, my friend. I very much am missing out on a lot of this chat right now, but that's going to be Kel'Thuzad getting picked off. They buy back in with the Phylactery stacks as well. Look at this stage dive from the ETC. Sanctification was used. That's going to be the bunker kind of pinching them between the wall. They get out with the Aldruin's might, but can they find themselves the kill they've been itching for on the side of Wholesome Halfwits? Lionspeed is... Oh, that's going to be Master of the Cold Dark going to be finished out, which is 75% spell power increase on the Kel'Thuzad. They're going to be walloping into this enemy team right now, and you can constantly... Oh, I thought they had the Shadow Fissure connect right there, but they didn't. And so Sylvanas will be going down. They do sidestep the Frost Nova from Kel'Thuzad right there. And meanwhile, it's still 2-2 when it comes to the objective. They got the pick onto the onto the Sylvanas, and that will be the channel from Bay State, and they will get their first curse on the side of Lionspeed. Radically Dreaming, how's it going, bud? Thanks for coming by. Oh, it got buffed as in the cocktail build. Is that your USPS? My USPS? My US Postal Service? Wait, what? The upgrade for Fissure now works like Kael'thas's Fury of the Sunwell. I mean, yeah, it's just basically you get if it hits an enemy, you get full cooldown. Or you reset the cooldown, excuse me. I hope my US Postal Service isn't managing my power. That'd be nerve-wracking. Also, Shad, how you doing, bud? Thanks for coming by. I hope you're having a wonderful night, friend. And thank you again, Jinxie, for the host. I very much appreciate that. UPS. I don't understand. Oh, UPS is... thank you so much. Also, USPS is the US Postal Service. Yeah, I have 2 battery backups in my office. I have one for my work computer, but it also keeps my router from going out, as well as my modem. And then I have one for my main monitor and my computer, and that's about it. Like, if I lost power completely, and I don't think I would actually be able to talk to any of you, because I think I would lose my entire soundboard. Time to buy a 3rd battery backup. We are going to be seeing 16 talent tiers for both these teams. We'll take a look at those for a little bit, and then we're going to be going ahead and cycling through some of the other numbers and just getting an idea of what all of those look like. Basically cast Fissure, again, 2 seconds later underneath the enemy. Oh, thank you so much for the explanation, thank you. All right, I wasn't following it before because I am potate, but this is gonna be the stage dive in. Look at Falsette's positioning. Falsette's positioning for the Gust, but that's gonna be Sanctification coming out as well, and they steal away the boss. Are we serious with this right now? Lionspeed steals it away? And they end up getting 3 kills? They have boss in bottom lane. They've got boss pushing through top lane. Middle lane is whatever. Hello? Lionspeed just turning it on post 10 essentially. I wouldn't even say post 10, I would say post Master the Cold Dark finishing out. What is Kel'Thuzad's damage at? Funny enough, Greatman has more hero damage. Kel'Thuzad's been sieging pretty well for the team. Dear Lord. Bottom lane keep goes down to boss. Top lane keep goes down to boss. They're pushing in further right now. They're gonna try and end the game? Lionspeed, itching to go to game 3. Can they do it? That Tyrael's a god. This Tyrael is so good. That's gonna be Falstead down. We do see G Money Drums dropping the bunker right there. First boss does go down, but the core is rapidly falling. ETC with the stage dive as well. They do connect onto a couple players with that Frost Nova, and it looks like Lionspeed's able to do it. They take us to game number 3. GG. Well played. We call that the veggies. Why do you call it the veggies there, Ryokai?
I'm going to need a bigger bolt.
Once again, thank you so much, Jinxie Cat, for the host and bringing all your friends over here. And also, let me do a shout out for you. And then also, thank you so much, Slavic, for the, I think it might send it twice by accident, but either way, thank you so much for the 6 months of support.
To the end of the world.
Thank you so much, my friend.
Subscribed.
If you yourself want to get some awesome emotes, or you want to get yourself a nice gilded beard, yeah, I sent that twice, but either way, we get to see it twice. Thank you so much, my friend. Subs are half price this month for September, so if you do want to get yourself some great emotes, or you want to support the channel, which is essentially buying bark boxes for Bandit, because that's all we're using sub money for at this point. Is just I do not use sub money for my own personal uses. All of it is for Bandit, who decided, what's up, bud? I gave you 2 walks today. What else do you want? More attention. He wants a bark box or something. Alrighty. We're going to get into our game number 2 in just a moment. Let me go ahead and... Okay, they were just DMing me the map bans from earlier. Let me upgrade or update our team scores. What's up, bud? How you doing? He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's just he's a little unsure sometimes of everything. We use sub money for another battery backup. That's a possibility. What I should do is I should like research like one that would be able to like run my entire office, or at least run my computer, router. Like I want one that runs all the important stuff, and then maybe I can just like have one as like a charged backup, and then use that if I do lose power. And then have my one from the company as well. That's a good idea. That's a good idea, KPB. Also, how you doing, bud? Thanks for coming by. I'm gonna make a note of that. Battery backup, big boy. Your beard is looking thicker. Thank you. I haven't done anything. I've just been trimming, and living. Thanks for coming by, bud. I hope you're having a wonderful time. Also, congratulations. I don't know if it's the right term, but I'm happy to see that you the turtles found themselves a home with the Reborn Knights. That's really awesome. Like, I'm glad that I've been able to catch a couple of those games. Yo, Essential, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you for using that here, and thank you for supporting the stream. All right, let me get a message out and see. Are you doing lobby or me? I just want to make sure that they're not like waiting on me, because I don't want to be rude. We have one of those at my work. It weighs like a ton. Let me know if you need assistance in sizing the proper, I might hit you up. Yeah, I might hit you up on that. Because I've got two decent sized ones. Like the one that runs this computer is like yay by yay. Like that's not a very good, because like stream isn't scaled. Like it's probably like a 2x2 by like, so it's like 2 feet long, probably, yeah, maybe like 1.5 feet long, and then like a 12 inches tall and like 12 inches wide or something like that. It's a big boy. Huge merge with Reborn Knights. That's all. No, I'm so like, I was so glad when I got to see that the Turtles have like, you guys got to merge and you have that new home. That's really, really cool. That's super awesome for you all. And the teams look like they're doing really well as well. I got to catch a couple of their games earlier last week or late last week, I think. I picked it up like last minute. Looking strong still. Looking pretty strong. Alrighty, we're going to wait on 2 more players, and then we're going to go ahead and get into our game number 3. This is not the only match we have this evening. We are going to be having Arrogant Nephilim versus Deviled Kegs coming up after this one. Let me actually double check. Let me ping those teams really quickly as well. Arrogant Nephilim versus Deviled. Oh, nope, die for vision. Kegs. Okay. Our spooky worm. Yo, what did you all think of the It's not the size, voltage / amperage. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Oh, all right, we're going. We got a game. That's the wrong button. I'm just flustered. Oh boy, I didn't look and see. I said ready without getting myself prepared. Okay, so that's gonna be going over to. So they wanted that, meaning they chose that. Okay, all right. So if you're sitting at home and you're just as confused as me as to why we're on Volskaya Foundry, don't you worry, don't you fret, don't you fear. I got you covered, Miss Windup Bird. The home team this evening is going to be Lionspeed. They lost the coin flip. First pick priority for game number 1 and was chosen by the members of Moist Weenus. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome everyone from Moist Weenus. We are currently finding out how we got here. Welcome everybody. Thank you once again, my friend. You beautiful boy. Go, please, if someone can shout out Moist Weenus in chat, it's just exclamation point SO and their name. And Moist Weenus, thank you for the 69 bits as well. I'm trying to get through this. All right, so Towers of Doom and Sky Temple were banned up by the members of Wholesome Halfwits. Alterac Pass and Battlefield of Eternity were banned up by Lionspeed. Tomb of Spider Queen was the first map chosen by Lionspeed and lost by them. They opted for map priority in game number 2, and they chose Curse Hollow, and they won that with a very definitive Tyrael play towards the end. If you missed that, so I hope someone clipped that, because I'm going to go back and watch that later. If not, I'll do it myself. And so game number 3, Wholesome Halfwits, they opted for first pick priority, so Volskaya Foundry is the map chosen by Lionspeed. Let's go ahead and get back into our draft as we missed a little bit of this. The respect ban on to Kel'Thuzad, hello? How we know we hear and got. Thank you, Siege. Sometimes, thank you, Kage, I appreciate that, bud. Sometimes my brain just dyslexics. Sometimes it just dyslexics. This is going to be a Joanna and an Ana ban on the left-hand side. We do see the Garrosh and the Kel'Thuzad being removed here. This is going to be a Sylvanas first pick priority on the side of Wholesome Halfwits. Do we get another meme game? Like they won with Gazlo in game 1. And yes, you heard it right. Gazlo was played in game 1. This 1-2 pickup, we could be seeing... the ETC was kind of strong in last game, but they might want to go for something a little bit more brawly under the points. Stukov will be picked up, and they're going to grab the Blaze as well. Sorry, I'm just realizing that there's different names in this game as well. So we do have a new player, Infofox, is going to be in this game as well. Thank you for using all your emotes here, Weenus. Thank you. I love the finger gun wings that people are giving me. Baha, what do you need on power supply if what all do you need on power supply if power goes out? One monitor, router, modem. I think I have a third thing that has to get plugged in. I can't remember. Oh yeah, there's one for like my phone line, I think. Oh, and then I have my mixer, I have monitors, I have speakers, I have lights. So it's so much. Like calculating it would be such a tedious task. I'll have to sit down and actually like because what I should do is I should just plug it in the individual items and find out their equal like voltage and amperage and then just tally it that way and then figure it out. I'm a dummy at Hearthstone. What about Hearthstone? Nani? All right, let's go ahead and get back into this. We do have a mouthfeel being banned out, Cho'Gall. This is going to be, so Garrosh, Kael'Thuzad. Do they ban? Okay, they're gonna ban out Diablo. I was like, do they consider the Kael'Thas ban, or are they gonna be going for that here? Because game one, their Kael'Thas was just terrifying. Like Crooked Smile played a really scary one. My computer is, I think I have 800. I think I have an 800 or 850 power supply. I can't remember. Just DM me when you get. Yeah. Thank you though, Slavic. I appreciate it.
Glory to the sky.
But yeah, no, my big boy computer definitely takes up a lot of the voltage or anything like that off of a power supply. Alrighty, so we do see the Arthas and the Junkrat going to be coming out here. They're building just a solid comp. It's all around just a great front line. There's a lot of great push in there. Oh, at least I get to catch one match tonight. Neato. Hey everyone. Goliath, what's up? There's actually a second match after this one. Just so you know. There's one more best of 3 after this one. We can always just get you a generator sized for you. Yes. What I should really do is just get one of those generators that are gas powered and just auto kicks on for the entire house when the power goes out. My cousin has one, but he lives in like the literal boonies in Michigan, where if it rains a drop, they lose power. And I was like, that's an exaggeration. And I was over there, and every time it rains, they lose power. So we do see. Okay, sorry, I was reading something in chat. All right, this is gonna be an Imperius and a Rainer gonna be rounding it, and we get a bad guy. Bad guy gonna be coming in here. 850 isn't anything for a backup's power supply. Nice. That's good to know. I like the Zul'jin here. I think a Zul'jin on Volskaya is strong, and this is really, really exciting. We see the good luck, have fun's coming out right now. So looking at the two drafts between the two teams, it's really going to come down to if they feed the Zul'jin. I honestly think that's just... That's the crux a little bit of this matchup. If the Zul'jin gets their stacking and they're just able to wall up and deal damage and just infinitely stack on the you want axe baseline quest, or even if they go into Arcanite axes as well, like that's an uncapped quest. Like there's a lot of damage potential that scales from the Zul'jin over time, and we're gonna see if that is going to be the case. Now, I don't want to rule out Sylvanas or Raynor because both of them have great damage, and Sylvanas has a lot of aggression, and we did see the mobility that can come out from a Sylvanas within from all these games. Like a Sylvanas can get so much value for a team, and we'll see if that's going to be the crux for the members of Wholesome Halfwits. But either way, I think it's definitely going to come down to those main players, which will shift the dynamic for either team, whether or not they'll be able to take game number 3. Yeah, an automatic transfer switch. Hey Slavic, do you do this for a living or something? Sorry, this is my job. I get excited. No. Don't apologize at all. Like, my friend's a mechanical engineer, and like when we hang out, I'll talk to him about ductwork. I don't care about it at all. I don't care about CFM or anything, but I know he cares, and it's always good. It's always exciting to see people get excited about their jobs. So don't apologize. Like, we'll chat about it, definitely. All right, let's go ahead and jump into this left-hand side. Game number 3. We've got the members of Lionspeed. We're gonna have Glaucius going to be on the Stukov. Lionspeed for life. Excuse me. Lionspeed Star Fox for life is going to be on the Zul'jin. Bay State will be on the Arthas, Infofox will be on the Blaze, and Diva will be on the Junkrat. On the right-hand side, also with one game in our best of 3 series, we got the members of Wholesome Halfwits. Crooked Smile is going to be on the Sylvanas, Freckle Pants will be on the Decker Kane, Dr. Jelly is going to be on the ETC, we have Neutron's going to be on the Raynor, and G-Money Drums on the Imperius. Let's go ahead and get on into this as we have field study for the Deckard Kane here. Okay. How enlightening, Kappa. What is this? Oh, I see what we're saying here. We're trying to see if the Zul'jin's going to be going into the big brain plays here with this the Zul'jin and get the Headhunter, but it's recklessness. We are not going to be going. I'm actually a little surprised. I was kind of thinking we were going to be going for a Headhunter, and maybe that's me speaking confidently for the team, but it kind of seems like one of those things that Star Fox was doing pretty good in that last game, and they were getting quite a few kills. Like, I don't think it's out of the question to expect every member to die based on the team fights that we've been having in these games. And look at this top lane engagement. They find themselves an ETC. Can they get Crooked Smile? Neutrons is definitely going to be going down right there. That's another kill. And now we see the I'm so sorry coming out from Glaucius, and they get the Arcanite axes as well. 3 kills at the start of this game, and let's highlight that experience as I don't hit the right button. I love these teams that they're just taking it, you know. Infofox, you're very far forward in bottom lane. Headhunter is good though. I agree. 1.1 range increase, plus you get the 1.1 range increase from when you finish the 75 stacks on Arcanite axes, or not Arcanite axes, on the You Want axe. So if you get halfway through this, you get the 1.1, so you have 2.2 range increase. You can literally stand back at your front gate and attack the enemy at their core. That's how far 2.2 range increase is. No, it's literally like, I think like you can stand like almost by your gate and almost get to like mid lane or so. Like his range is increased so much. He can attack so far, and I'm still exaggerating by saying you can get to mid lane. Please don't take it in the game and be like, I got all the stuff, Bahamut. Wait, I don't do this. Or you can just at me. Just at me on Twitter and post your screenshot of you completing your Headhunter. Do it. That was such a good early initiation. I agree, Goliath. That's already 3 heads. Yes, Siege. Should have picked Headhunter. All right, where are you? Star Fox, when you're watching this replay, I'm gonna highlight you right now. Headhunter, my dude. 6-4 in kills, and this map is starting to roll in favor for the members of Lionspeed. The experience is really starting to break forward in their favor, as they haven't found, well, they found 1 more kill. It's going to be 4-0 in kills, and we've got a solid level lead in favor for the members of Lionspeed. Oh, how do they start to bring this back? Nice power slide from the ETC, and this is definitely how you bring it back by body blocking base state. They do drop the biotic emitter before going down, so they're not going to be able to steal that away, but at least they remove that from the next engagement, and also they pick up a chunk of experience, closing that gap between the 2 teams, and they're going to be having the initiation onto this point. We do see that the top lane is going to be pushed out by the siege camp that was picked up by a couple members right there. And so now we're going to be having, wait, Sylvanas is actually going to be buffing out this lane. She did go for Mercenary Queen. You can see that little bit of halo around the units. Infofox just barely, just still throws out the oil slick, kind of knowing where she's going to be going right there with that juke. But Lionspeed, or excuse me, I keep reading the name, but it's gonna be Star Fox. I'm just gonna pop that half health and be able to get some damage in right there. 7 talent here. They're still staying on this point. Oh no, it's been flipped over, so no one has charge in their favor right now as they're looking for the 7 talent tier. Not Paradox, bud. Thanks for coming by. How you doing, friend? 7.7 range increase is what the total. It's very, very good. Bahamut says that because he knows none of us will be able to complete Headhunter. I honestly, like, I rarely play Zul'jin, and when I do, it's usually in Brawl, and I'm like, this is a Headhunter, you're gonna get it. Huge Celestial Charge coming in from G Money Drums, and they're shredding through this team. Stukov goes down, Junkrat goes down, Arthas is gonna be picked off as well. You can pump in the damage right now from Star Fox, but it's still not gonna be enough, and that's gonna be a follow-up onto Star Fox as they get another kill. Can they get the 5th? The body block from Dr. Jelly's gonna be good, and they find all 5 members. They clap back from the early 3-0 wipe that they had to deal with on the side of Wholesome Halfwits. They put on the pressure. Now, death timer's not that long, so they have to make quick work of this. We're probably going to see them go for the standard, which we see a lot of teams go for. You open up the mid lane front gate, and then you're going to be going into the top lane and taking out that top lane well. The reason being is you want to get rid of the lane sustain in top lane, and you can see they're not even going to fully burn through that. It was a bait for me to get Triglov stacks. Huge brain, yes, of course. But so they're going to be pushing up this top lane, and if you're new to Volskaya, you don't, or maybe you don't see the synergy or the reasoning for this. Wow, that's an odd interaction. The reason being is you want to actually prioritize this top lane well. The control point B is going to be in top lane, and so that means the lane sustain is going to be removed, and it's going to be harder for them to actually stay on that point and fight over. But they do get the kill onto the Sylvanas right there. Can they get base state? It's not enough, but now they're going to find themselves onto this. The bad guy is able to just walk away and still continue to pump in damage. Let's look at some of the numbers. We've seen talents for a while. Let's get an idea what these numbers look like. Wait, did they go Arcanite Axis questing talent? But why? Why not Headhunter as well? Just Triglove entered the Matrix. Yeah, that was very interesting. Yo, Hedgie, thank you so much for the 23 months of support, my friend. Thank you for using your Twitch Prime here. One more month until 2 years. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. The Cassie effect or the variant effect. This is very good. Thank you so much, Hedgie, for the 23 months. Like I can't even begin to express my gratitude for that. Thank you for being the OG subscriber. But we do have 10 talent tiers for both sides. I do want to highlight the fact that we do have possession from Sylvanas. Not possession, we have mind control from Sylvanas. Possession's the 4 talent tier. Taz Dingo for the Zul'jin, so not going to be going into any sort of guillotine with that. And I'd say that's pretty much the majors that we should call out. Everything else is standard. Stay a while and listen for the Decker Cane. We could have seen Lornado, but the Stay a while is going to have a lot more setup with the ETC Mosh Pit because it will at least lock them down for a second. Mind control grabs onto the Stukov right there. That's going to be the power slide from the ETC. The Flailing Snipe's going to be coming out. That is also going to put the Stay a while and listen on a 10-second cooldown. We did see that little bit of golden glow come out for a second. Freckle Pants will be the first one to go down. Dr. Jelly being split from the team. They're looking for this kill below and above as they find an Arthas on the opposing side. Bunker did come out from the blaze as well. Dr. Jelly going for the solo mosh pit. The solo dance is going to be coming out, and they trade out the ETC for the Zul'jin. A 2-for-2 trade over this entire engagement. Control point B hasn't even opened up just yet, or hasn't even been announced, and these teams are still back and forth bloodying each other up as it's 8-8 in kills, 12-12 in our levels, and it's still pretty even when it comes to the map. I'm loving this game so much. I want to just jump back over to the hero damage really quickly. 27,000 from the Zul'jin and near 30,000 from the Sylvanas right there. Is just about everybody's back up from death. What is the cooldown on mind control? 50 seconds. That's, I'd say, roughly every fight that we're going to be expecting here. Okay. Sorry to get some water right there. We do have our control point B opening up in the next 12 seconds. No team is, well, 13s are a little bit closer in favor for the members of Lionspeed. But, will Wholesome Halfwits be able to control this overall? Because we've seen them consistently be strong throughout this entire, I'd say this entire match right here. It's been pretty, I can't even say that. That's not true. Both of them have been really good back and forth, because Game 2 looks so insanely strong for the members of Lionspeed, and this Game 3 looks strong for them at the start, and they're starting to answer back a little bit, and I think we're definitely going to be getting, this one's going to be going down to the wire. It's not going to be an easy push through top lane to end with a double boss like 14 minutes into the game like Cursed Hollow. This is going to be going a little bit longer, and we are going to be seeing the control point B activating in favor for the members of Lionspeed. Can they get control point B Triglov and end? Or not end, excuse me, open up top lane. I'm like, my brain's stuck on the previous games because they looked strong on the opposing sides each game. Like Game 1, it was really good for the members of Wholesome Halfwits with that Gazlo. Yes, there was a Gazlo in Game 1. And then Game number 2 looked really, really strong for the members of Lionspeed, but they are going to be setting themselves up for this initiation onto control point B. Let's see what they go for as it's 13-13. The majority, actually all heroics are off cooldown. What's the setup here? Dr. Jelly anchoring. That's going to be the Army of the Dead pop by base state, so they want to try and make this initiation happen. That's going to be the Celestial Charge to stop the Riptire from happening. Stay well since it comes out as well. Toss Dingo was happening in the backline, but the Hyperion, actually no, that's going to be the Sylvanas getting the pick off right at the end. The toe of Arthas will not be caught by the Scroll of Identify, excuse me, the Scroll of Sealing. and they jump onto this point. 87% in favor for the members of Lionspeed, but they've lost one so far, so they're going to cycle back. Power slide, mosh pit onto 2. Do they have anything to interrupt this? That's going to be the Junkrat a touch too late. Stukov does go down. Infofox trying to make it out alive, but they're going to be picked off as well from the Sylvanas. And now Freckle Pants jumps back onto the point, and Decker Kane will do the best thing that Decker does in this game, which is stand still on a point. Because he's an old man. They also go for the biotic emitter as well, and they're gonna have that extra value in their favor. And Arthas was just trying to throw out another one of those Howling Blasts to finish out, or even just get further within Frost Presence. We do also have the Frozen Waste for them picked up at level 4, and they're gonna be working their way through that. Devo is able to just barely make it out of there, and Decker Kane will continue to sit on the point and channel this. Yeah, you want Axe is going to be completed by Zul'jin, 33 and rising on that one, and that's uncapped. Nice double celestial charge. That's going to be the mind control coming out as well. They burst down the Zul'jin before they even get the chance to proc the Taz Dingo. It wasn't off cooldown, but there was so much happening they weren't even able to. They wouldn't have been able to even hit their R button. Second Triglav Protector will be picked up in favor for the members of Wholesome Halfwits. Second one of the game, second one in their favor, and now they're going to be pushing up into top lane. My question is, do they go for keep with this, or are they going to be going into mid lane and just opening up the map? There's a lot of different ways, and a lot of different teams have run this strategy, and you could rotate all the way into bottom and open up control point C, and that's exactly the case. They're going to be going for mid lane. They're going to open up this one, and then they're going to be probably rotating down to B, control point B, and this is going to get them periodic catapult pressure in top lane and mid lane confirmed. We won't call bottom just yet, but this Triglav sitting pretty healthy. 30 seconds still on it, so they're going to have to make quick work of the bottom lane. 16 talent here in their favor. They'll also get passive experience gain from the 2 towers that are going to be down as well, the 2 forts, excuse me, and so they're going to be looking to... They're going to be going for that well, and this is what I was talking about right before control point B, or right at the end of that control, or that first Triglav Protector. They're going to be going for that top lane, trying to open that up further, and then make sure that the lane sustain is gone. Now they're just going to say, oh, there's 5 seconds left on this thing, we're not getting a fort, let's just brawl with it. Mind control onto the Blaze, and so much damage goes out as they manage to pick off the kill onto them. They're going to force them back with the Flailing Swipe, but they want to move further forward in it. They've got 16 talent here, they got a Sylvanas, they've also got a Hyperion as well. Howling Blast coming out from the Arthas, 18 stacks onto that one, and they're going to be able to make quick work of this bottom lane fort. 3 forts going down within roughly a minute. That is a great pickup for the members of Wholesome Halfwits. They need to find their 16s on the side of Lionspeed, but they're so far pushed back and they really can't step out in the lane without potentially getting ganked, because the rotations from the enemy team are quite aggressive and quite quick. I'm just trying to find some without a question talent. There we go. Yo, Jhow, thank you for the host. Welcome everyone from Jhow's stream. We are currently casting some games for the Nexus Gaming Series, and we're in our game number 3. First match of the night. We have one more after this, but thank you, Jhow, for the host. Welcome everyone over from Jhow's stream. I hope the Heroes Hype Premier Series Grand Finals for North America were a blast over there, as I got to catch a little bit on your stream. I like mind control. Oh yeah, by the way, if anyone is just coming into the stream, we do have a mind control Sylvanas. Just heads up on that one. No headhunter on the Zul'jin. And people coming to stream might be like, Bahamut, that's dumb. Why would you highlight that? They shouldn't take a headhunter. They got 3 kills within the first minute or so. Like, everybody's died. Let's actually jump over it. Let's do this. Let's cycle through the numbers and the other stats and experience and healing, so everyone who just came in has an idea of what all that looks like, because we can look at talents for a while. This is going to be control point C opening up in about a minute or so. Or excuse me, the announcement will be coming through in about a minute. So we got some time. We can look through some of these question talents, some of these other numbers, but this is at least the highlight if anyone just came in and wants to know where everyone sits when it comes to damage, kills, blah, blah, blah. But we do have top lane going to be pushed up by Sylvanas with this camp. They're going to hold up. They're going to be holding off on this till the announcement, and they're going to be rotating back into mid lane, maybe trying to... I think they're a little bit of afraid of the potential for any sort of fight to be breaking out in this lane and them losing any of their momentum, because so far the early game was a little bit strong for that Zul'jin, getting a couple kills here and there, and they're able to stop some of that momentum now, and they're going to be able to start to bring it back in their own favor. I'll be like, I heard mind control, but no one getting pulled in. I think it might have missed right there. And we hold off. We wait. All Access, thank you so much for the follow as we got into this. I appreciate that, my friend. I mean, see, like, everybody's died once. Zul'jin could have got Headhunter. We've just been memeing about this, but that's going to be this Imperious in a bit of a rough spot. Riptire comes out as well. They're going to be able to get the blow up. That is Imperious going down. Dr. Jelly and friends need to decide if they want to continue this fight or not. That's going to be a Howling Blast that connects onto 2, and that's also going to be these Arcanite axes constantly shredding through these members. They drop the Biotic Emitter. They drop the second one as well. They're going to drop a turret. Mosh Pit going to be coming out onto a couple, but they get the knockback from the Junkrat right there. Arthas will be going down. They drop the bunker from the Blaze. They leave right out of there, and it's going to be a great way to body block. Mind Control coming out from the Sylvanas. They are not done with the members of Lionspeed, as Wholesome Halfwits are trying to find themselves a second kill right now. Meanwhile, Zul'jin is just dumping in the damage, but it's not enough to find themselves a kill and respond to this outside of the Imperious setup pickoff. So it's a 2-for-1 trade, and Control Point C is now up and available. 20 talent tiers right around the corner for the enemy team. This is a rough spot for Lionspeed to be in. If anything, they just got to back off, wait for the couple members to get up, clear out the waves as they can, and hope that they're going to be close to 6 or to 20. But it's not looking too good right now. I'm not going to lie. 2 ults to win a 5v1. What's up, Kaim? And then also for anyone who's currently joining in, if they're wondering what Division A means, Division A I think is I'm trying to remember the MMR stats. It's like the max is 2,800. So if anyone knows what that converts in HOTS, I think it's like high diamond. I think it is. It's like high diamond, like mid-plat players. I might be wrong in that. It might just be all diamond players. Because I know heroic is like masters and above. It's uncapped. Like heroic is just, it's everyone who they're like, well, you're top tier. Like we do this. We do see the Triglav Protector now coming down for the members of Wholesome Halfwits. Let's see what they're going to be able to do with this. They'll be third. This is the third one in their favor as well. Okay. Phew. Alrighty. 20 talent tier going to be here as well. Upgrade for Mind Control, which Dark Lady calls heroes hit by Mind Control have their vision radius greatly reduced for 5 seconds. Mind Control cooldowns reduced by 30 seconds. We'll see if they're going to be able to even use that here, as they do have 20 seconds still left on that. Riptire going to be coming out from the Junkrat. Arthas will be going down. Stay a while and listens out as well, and that's going to be the Riptire busting into Deckard Cain, knocking him out of the story time, and this is the Triglav Protector continuing to push in. They do jump further forward. Toss Dingo is going to be used by the Zul'jin right there. Flailing Swipe going to be forcing a couple members back, but this is still 20 talent tier against the 18. Imperious trying to use that Angelic Armament to get the last little hit right there. I think the Sylvanas tried to use she tried to use Mind Control and it didn't connect, but we do have a 20-second cooldown on that, so she might be able to use it again. Unfortunately, if she's dead, she can't, and they're slowly falling in this core rush, or I guess this core play. Infofox is looking for an angle to maybe get a huge jet propulsion, also be body blocking a few. This is a 1-for-1 so far in the trading. They find the Blaze. Do they turn around and try and end? They either have to, they have to make a decision here, because if they dawdle too long, this top lane's gonna get some great value right there. Yar, it's high diamond, low master, mid to high diamond, low masters. First. Okay, so there you go. For anyone who's wondering, it's just at least what we're going to be seeing right now. And then we have a Division B team coming up after this. So that one's going to be, that's going to be low diamond, probably mid to high plat, I would assume. I think that's the split. If at least that's how it's looking for this one. Goliath, thank you for the clarification on that, but we do have the Biotic Emitter being contested. Flailing Swipe pushes them into it. They also have the Junkrat Concussion Mine forcing them back, and they're going to be able to just cycle right out of there. 20 talent here for both these teams. And we have a 4th Triglav Protector. It's going to be a Control Point A. It recycles back to A once it finishes the, I guess, the main cycle. Or I guess the ABC, and then it just restarts right there. But it still scales over time, and I rarely get to see Control Point C Triglav Protectors. I feel like a lot of teams manage to end right around the 3rd one. We'll see if this is the case, or if they'll just delay and wait for that last Triglav Protector and fight over that. Their team fight on the side of Wholesome Halfwits has been strong consistently throughout this game, but you never know. I mean, a late game fight, there's all these structures still up. But a late game fight, it's 60 plus seconds potentially for death timers. They could grab the Triglav Protector and rush it through top lane and potentially end the game right there. On the side of Lionspeed. My whole point is that even though the map is pretty in favor, structure-wise, for Wholesome Halfwits, I wouldn't count Lionspeed out whatsoever. I think that this is still a very, very, bring a backable match, if that's a proper way to even say it. I also just wanted to highlight basic attack damage from Zul'jin right now is 259.1 with the 53 stacks of You Want Axe. We are going to be having the Riptire come out right here, trying to make an initiation happen with this. I actually didn't check out and see what the 20 talent tiers were going to be. Okay, so bunker upgrade, flame swipe upgrade as well. Star Fox is going to be taking a little bit of damage right there, and that Zul'jin, they do drop the bunker. Flailing Swipe going to be forcing back another wave right there, and I think they push them back enough for now. Let's actually jump over to the vision for the blue team, get an idea of what they're seeing as they're kind of playing this slow, playing this a little bit safe. They don't want to get caught out, and they don't want to lose anyone. Almost lost a fort. Yeah, you don't want to be doing that right now. You don't want to be losing your fort on the side of a team who hasn't lost a structure in 20+ minutes. Jump back into our stats really quickly. Look at those. Look. Oh, hold on. This is going to be a fight breaking out up here. Angelic Armament was used by G-Money Drums. And, oh, that's the Toss Dingo onto the Zul'jin. And they did go for the upgrade as well, so I believe that's damage done while in Toss Dingo will come back as health afterwards. Mosh Pit is not going to be connecting, and that's going to be completely knocked out right there, but G-Money Drums taking a lot of damage. Stay while Enlisting going to be coming out onto base state, and they also pop the Army of the Dead. Another Flailing Swipe to force them away. Biotic Emitter was used. Control Point A is up and available. Is this what determines the end of the game? This could be what decides the end of the game. Zoning Mosh. I mean, yeah, I guess. Oh, Mind Control onto Art. That's going to be pulling him in right there. Base State taking a significant amount of damage with that, but they don't go down. The terrifying part about that is it's on a 10-second cooldown at this point. It's 20 seconds overall, but after that entire little kerfuffle happened, if you will, they're going to be, it's just such a short cooldown. It's already back up and available if they want to try and pull another player out. There's going to be the Mind Control. They managed to grab onto the Arthas. They're going to turn around. That's going to be Base State going down. They also pop the bunker as well. Can they find themselves Infofox? That's a nice Flailing Swipe for disengage, but the Imperials will be stepping further forward, trying to get the damage out onto one of these lower health pool members, and that's going to be Stukov going down. They managed to get two. That is going to be Junkrat finishing the Taste for Explosions questing talent right there, but now they have 90% and rising, and they say, hey, there's no point in trying to rush core with the two dead. Let's just grab Triglove. We had 90, we had a decent amount of percentage already in our favor. Let's push this in. Let's get some value. Lionspeed scaling out of their minds. What's the Zul'jin damage at right now? Oh, I have to actually click on the unit, don't I? Don't die really quickly. 277 in auto. 300, well, that was at like full health. Well, I'm just going to leave that up there really quickly for anyone who's just wondering what the damage number looks like from that Zul'jin, as they are entering Toss Dingo mode with 335, I think is where it maxes out actually, and that will be Zul'jin going down from the Toss Dingo. Blaze is picked off as well. They stagger out a couple kills, and I think the members of Wholesome Halfwits have managed to do it. The GGs are going to be called. They're hitting up the core, and that is going to be game number 3. Over to the members of Wholesome Halfwits. GG. Well played. Oop. Really quickly, Hedgie, thank you so much for the 23 months, my dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I will follow you to the end of the world. Subscribed.
One more till 2 years.
I'm going to need a bigger boat.
Thank you, J-House, for the host. Welcome everyone from J-House stream. I really, really appreciate that, bringing everyone over here. We are pushing for Twitch partner. We're getting close. We're getting there.
MCVALUE.
How about 2? Alrighty, we're gonna get an interview with one of the players here in just a second. Awesome. NGS staff on point. But we are going to be joined by Dr. Jelly at this time. Congratulations on your 3-1 victory. How you feeling?
Feeling pretty good.
3-1, 2-1 victory. My bad.
Yes. Yeah. I'm feeling really good. That was a really fun set. One of our players got in a car accident right before the game, so we had to have a sub for the first game. He's fine. It was just a little fender bender, but yeah, the sub for the first game, we got to play some Gazlo, and that was a lot of fun.
Yo, let's talk about that. Like, we could talk about so much, but let's talk about the Gazlo game. Why did you pick up the Gazlo?
Because the guy's just a really good Gazlo, and I thought we could pull it off. I think he's just out of the meta enough that people don't really know how to play against him a lot of the time, and they just all in on him, and we could kill them if they didn't kill him, which was generally how those fights went.
That was it was such an entertaining game to watch the clamps come out and for you to be able to put on that pressure like that. It was such a great one. So let's actually jump back over. Let's actually move over to game number 2. Cursed Hollow. They have all this momentum, this Tyrael, all this play. Like, what was it? The Tyrael? Was it the boss steal?
Love the stream.
What was it that?
Keep it up. Less than 3.
We had a sub right there. Thank you so much, Brand Flakes. But what was it that really kind of shifted the dynamic over to the enemy team in game number 2?
It was that Tyrael play was definitely very good. I mean, that boss call was all the way bad. I think we probably should have gusted before any of them got there. Maybe, I don't know. That was the KTZ. I think was a big problem too.
Oh my god,
the late game damage is just unbearable sometimes.
It was terrifying. I'm not gonna lie. Like it was. I was watching it as it was just scaling and scaling and scaling, and then it was just like they finished their stacks, and then it was just like, cool, we're gonna body you now, and they did a little bit. And then so I see, you had the ban and going into Volskaya Foundry, and that was, if I'm not mistaken, that was their map choice. Going into that map, is there anything that you were worried about, excited about, or were you just like, let's play the game and let's have a good time?
We were talking about picking out one of our comps that we regularly do on that map, and we decided against that. We wanted to just play straight up. And we were feeling like we could get something done with Sylvanas, especially because her power with the Merc Queen on that map is just really good.
Yeah, mind control. Hello.
He loves the just under meta ults, and it got a lot of value. I mean,
it
after
did.
20-second cooldown on that thing, you can just pull whoever you want.
I was highlighting that during Control Point A phase. You grabbed the Arthas, and I was like, look at this. You dove onto Arthas, you got all this damage out, and while all that was happening, she already got 10 seconds off of it, and then he wrapped around, and then that's when you basically took that last fight with another mind control, because it was a 20-second cooldown, and maybe that caught them off guard or not, but that was terrifying, like, to just have mind control after mind control coming out. It's just like, all right, cool, we're going to body you. Anyone who just starts walking towards, Sylvanas, they're gonna die, and it worked out really, really well. I had so much fun with that. So you guys are comfortably, I think, in like 4th or 5th when it comes to seeding. Any sort of preparation or excitement that you're getting ready for the playoffs? Because I know you are going to be playing within. I don't think you're going to be knocked out in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I believe we're in as well.
Yeah.
I mean, we've luckily it's round robins. We've gotten to play everybody. I think we're competitive against most people. We got to clean some things up, and that's just going to take practice and having our best days.
Okay.
I think we have a chance to go. Gonna do a lot of study, and hopefully we can actually get together and practice once or twice. That'd be nice.
Awesome. Well, I hope those practices go well. Before I let you run out of here, any shoutouts that you'd like to give? The floor is all yours, my friend.
Shoutouts to Mlavio for subbing. It was awesome. Shoutouts to G Money for getting here even after a car crash. That's some dedication. Shoutouts to the rest of the team for winning that. Shoutouts to Lionspeed. That was a good match. And shoutouts to you for casting.
Thank you so much. Enjoy the win, enjoy your night, and have a great one, my friend.